gets a ticket to Tampa. The loser stays home, and we are underway in the AFC Championship game. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback.
People to people. You'll show people how you don't say something, you skip all the way to it.
They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
That's a very nice game there. Confidence building. Love the execution up front and the way he
if I beat this dude, I win the Super Bowl.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run with Michel.
Yeah, I beat him before. That's what last two times he plays, he was confident.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of
he does a little gay post routes, deep posts.
Also understands how
but my defense should have just gonna stop all that dumb stuff.
So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
God dang. Faggot.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Jarrell Casey. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. So now after the sack, Cam of the Patriots going to look up at a 3rd and long. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Michael Ojemudia. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
And
certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And, look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Block on the give. It's Lindsey. Lindsey, first down and more than that. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, anybody to run it down from there.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys, good. Yeah. Backside guys,
man,
that's what you're supposed to do.
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
Patriots 3-yard line. They'll try and punch it in. Gordon, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. Things could just not have started any better for them. They get the turnover, the football right away, able to capitalize on offense for 6.
And we're talking about setting a tone in any game, right? The first points of a ball game, how about during the playoffs? Vitally important, and they've done that in this one.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Yeah, I gotta play slow just to feel like I did Texans.
They trail early on in his Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. This drive starts out on the ground with Michel. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, they set the power set out there, and their job is to be man-on-man and move people so they can run the football. But that time, too many men didn't get moved in the box defensively. They end up throwing him for a loss.
You freaking idiot.
Left side into the hands of his tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Throwing Throwing on third down, Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Newton's Super Bowl nemesis, Von Miller, able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up fourth down. And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Locke. He completes this to Sutton. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
At the Patriots' 46-yard line.
He'll go up top here for Hamler.
Pick that off, you idiot.
He almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. He'll go up top here
Pick
for
that off.
Hamler. And
What?
unable to connect.
It's 2 in a row from picked off.
I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
On 2nd down and 4. Newton. He'll find his tight end here, Asiasi. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
A gain of 22 yards.
1st down, here's White. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory.
He was brought
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
with the score, Broncos 7, Patriots nothing.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. From the gun, here's Newton.
God dang it, you freaking idiot.
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick.
Freaking gay cover
His
two.
guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
Freaking seen on nose picked off so they
When I
threw the
looked
ball.
down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Locke and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll start things with a handoff to Lindsey. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup.
On 2nd down, it's Lindsey. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Lindsey on the carry. Tackle made right at midfield. It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 3.
On 3rd down, here's Lindsey. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 3, he got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
4th and 1.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll run for it. It's Gordon. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
The 45-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They run it here with Gordon.
What?
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Now it's Lindsey. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Here's Lindsey. Down to the 25. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Block working out of the gun. He'll find Lindsey here. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Yeah, dude missed. He missed his field goal.
Upright and deflects away. It's no good.
7-0 is
and this
away.
score will stay right where it is.
No, he missed the field goal.
No mistaking
Freaking
that
throwing dumb interceptions to him.
through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound Brandon no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
Justin Simmons up from his safety spot to make the tackle.
Justin Simmons.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And look at this. Cam Newton.
For another dumb interception.
3rd time. Picked off by Justin Simmons. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball?
That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big pickup of 38. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And a reminder, folks, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports Halftime Report coming up shortly. The coach with us, as always, as he will start to look ahead to Super Bowl 53. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And McManus able to put it through.
10-0.
And the lead moves to 10-zip. So not sure how they feel about that. They had golden field position to start the drive after the fumble recovery, but they went backward and then got 3.
Well, let's go from gold to silver, because the silver lining is they got the 3, right? You were talking about the golden field position. They didn't take advantage of it. That has to feel like a letdown.
You always stand ready to pounce. Always. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw again, Newton. That'll be taken in by Demir Bird. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. A 1st and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score. And the Broncos get there and take him down.
Freaking Von Miller's killing me.
Able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
2 freaking 4 dumb interceptions.
By Alexander Johnson. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. And we'll see if that pick 6 looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome. But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
17-0. Man, I'm throwing dumb interceptions.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before.
Yeah, dude, shot the water up
It's
and
not
pass.
even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Back to the air, Newton on 2nd down.
God, who did it time?
They get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it.
Yeah, the call got picked off.
Number 1.
Which would be happened.
After the sack,
Yeah, if I beat him, I'll be in the Super Bowl. The Cowboys do can't
Yeah, I
beat me.
wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Open man is Asiasi, the tight end. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a 4th down now. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. Newton now to throw. He'll let it go deep for Foster. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. So we are halfway home to figuring out who will represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. As we send you on out to our studios in
Yeah, they didn't say how.
Orlando,
It was
here's
freaking
Jonathan
garbage.
Coachman
Dude sits in
at
zone all
RDA
game.
Sports halftime report. One more
nice
half
skill.
to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And all the way home for a Broncos score. K.J. Hamler, 70 yards. And the Broncos will extend their lead. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at the big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger.
Dooley runs the same 3 plays on defense.
Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Newton. Man open, that's Robert Foster, complete. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots.
Touchdown.
Robert Foster, 75 yards. And the Patriots get a score closer. Cam Newton now getting his guys ready to go for the 2-point try. A shotgun snap for Newton. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further.
Patriots.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. He'll have a first down past the 40, and he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll run here with Lindsey. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46.
He was tackled at the
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory.
To the 49-yard line.
Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
6-yard line.
And he's taken down inside the 30. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. I'll tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
2nd and 6.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
The ball carrier.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Locke. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. He's at the 50. The 30. The 20. 10, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Patriot defense has a touchdown. That's tough there, starting to mount a good drive. Quarterback lets his guard down for just a moment, and it's going to bite him.
Yeah, and I was just about to remark how control of the game they were here in this 3rd quarter, but that return for 6 points, we now have a game again.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line.
24. Patriots 14.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Newton. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Bradley Chubb in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down. And this one is right down the middle. And this is back down to a 7-point game. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time, 1-play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
They'll try to draw Lindsey. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Tackle made by Lawrence Guy. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at their 48-yard line.
1 quarter remains until we crown the AFC champion. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
17.
From just shy of midfield, Locke. That's going to be caught by Judy. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Tally, that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC championship. It's a first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. Lindsey, first down and more than that. And he'll be taken down at the 26. 18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Lock now on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Flushed it, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
So 3rd and long now for Locke and the Broncos following the sack. Shotgun snap to Locke. He'll fire one downfield for Fant. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. So my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. A play fake to Michelle. Now Newton. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Bradley Chubb picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Off play action. Newton. And that will be incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw forward with Rosen. He'll let it go deep for Foster. And that is incomplete. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position.
On down.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. This is the tight end Fant. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
throwing again on second down. Lock, and he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Second catch of this AFC title game, and he's got a first down. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. A run with Lindsey out of the gun. And he is into the end zone.
Freaking dude wide open when they run a hot route.
A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos push further out in front. A solid blocking up.
Dude was wide open when they run a hot route. I had freaking all day though.
Get in for the touchdown.
Dude, when I run a hot route.
I say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up.
Typical, man.
Meaning, when you get on a guy, you just stay
Put a
right
17
there.
answer
Each
on.
guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the
Put
big
17
moves
answer
towards
on
the end
17-31,
zone.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they are in need of points here, no doubt about that. With a Super Bowl berth on the line and trailing here in the 4th quarter. This possession, gigantic. And look at this. They come right back with a big shot downfield. And all the way in.
Yeah. He does the same cover 3 play every drive. They're the same 2 plays.
And the Patriots have cut it back within a score.
2:15. I got 3 timeouts. I'm down 7.
And that'll cut the lead
Yeah, he
down
does the same. He does the same 2 plays every game.
Makes the
Every
score.
down, whatever.
Broncos 31, Patriots 24.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. KJ Hamler returning it. And he'll be stopped.
All he has one stop. I'll be good.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
I'll go for 2.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And the pressure mounting with every passing minute. It's palpable right now. They're on top in the 4th quarter, clinging to that lead. A potential Super Bowl berth resting on their ability to manage the clock and manage that small lead. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes.
2 minutes
and
to
we've
go.
got a 1-score game. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll go again with Lindsey.
The dude missed his tackle.
Open
field missed his tackle.
And this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and grind some clock with Gordon. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
The ball carrier.
Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Now Lock. And that's going to be
I gotta stop. Let's go punt the ball,
the
bum.
coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball.
I got one timeout left, too.
4th down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sideline.
I'm at the 1-yard line.
And it's out of bounds.
8-yard
Let's see
line.
what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complimentary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
2nd and 6 at the 12-yard line.
And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. 22 yards there, a first down.
A gain of 22 yards.
Operating from the gun. Newton, huge first down.
Freaking way, freaking Von Miller.
It's
It's a freaking bull.
A.J. Boye with a pick.
Yeah, throw out a sack, dumb stuff. It's freaking bull.
Is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot
Yeah,
of
dude,
people
that stupid
hope
escape.
that's the last they've seen of him in this game.
Yeah,
Probably
freaking Madden won the
including
game.
himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
Today's final score.
Charles, let's focus for a second on the losing side. In a couple months, they may look back and say, wow, you know, it was a great season. But right now, I guarantee they're feeling no sugarcoating on this one.
And you can already see the T-shirts at training camp next year, can't you? Unfinished business. Because they've got to find a way to motivate these guys to go through all the same pain, right? All the same tough stuff, and find their way back and give themselves a chance to win this game again next year.
And that will do it for this one. For Charles Davis, myself, and the entire crew, we'll see you in 2 weeks at the Super Bowl.
You throw out a sack BS. Throw out a sack BS always costs me the game. What are you playing in your league, whatever?